He's sending in troops because he wants us to forget about Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. He's sending in troops because he knows he ain't clean, he ain't clean. But they forget that it's the people that have the power. It's the people that's got the power. The people got the power. It's the people that's got the power. We the people that's got the power. We the people have got the power.
We all have.
At this point, it's not even left versus right. It's humanity versus insanity. Don't let them make us hate each other. It's not about that. They're literally trying to incite violence and create civil wars. Isn't it a little bit ironic that the left and the right, we're finally getting along, we're finally agreeing on something, not just in Australia, but in America, in England, around the world, and then boom, just like this, we hate each other again. We cannot let them try to provoke civil wars, and it's happening around the world. The government is always in the pocket of the billionaires. They are the ones who are stoking this fire. They are the ones who always try to make the middle class and the lower classes hate each other. They're like, just, send out some propaganda. So they're like, ooh, white people, ooh, black people, oh no, immigrants. When it's always them. Did you see that video where Elon Musk was I think he was doing a Zoom with people who were on the far right in England? He's sitting wherever he is in a mansion of his, telling them to fight, his face full of glee. He's not there fighting. They never get their fingers dirty because it benefits them for there to be civil wars. They just get richer, and that's what they want. They want more power. They want to be able to insert martial law. Don't let them. This time we are in right now is so important. We need to unite. Put aside our differences. There's more things that unite us than divide us. Left, right, who cares? It's more about humanity versus insanity at this point. Let's stitch in this picture that I saw right now. There's so much truth to it. Don't let them. It's so simple. Don't let them.
I learned this song in what grade you in? 3rd grade?
Yep.
Probably the 3rd grade at Princeton Elementary School. You want to sing it?
Yep.
Okay, go.
I'm going to sing the preamble.
Hold on. You're going to do what? They can't hear you.
I'm going to sing the preamble.
Okay. Go ahead.
We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility. Provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
You can understand the U.S. Constitution in 60 seconds. Seems like a pretty good time. Maybe we should all brush up on it. I used to teach this thing for years, and people were always amazed at how simple it really is. It was not written to be complicated, but there's a lot of powerful and rich people who want you to think you can't understand it, so then they get to tell you what the rules are. There's only 7 articles that basically tell the whole story, and you kind of already know most of it. 1. There is a legislative branch, and that has a Congress that makes the laws. 2. There's an executive branch, which executes or enforces the laws, has a president that presides over everything. 3. There's a judicial branch, and they get to interpret the laws. 4th is states. The states have to interact with each other and the federal government in a certain way. 5. Amendments. This thing can be changed, will be changed, and here's how you do it. 6. Supremacy. The Supremacy Clause says this document is the law of the land. This is why lawyers always stand in front of a judge and explain why they're right according to the Constitution. No lawyer ever stands up and says, "I'm right, Your Honor, and the Constitution doesn't matter," because that would be crazy. 7, ratification. Here is how this thing becomes official, which happened a long time ago. There it is. That's the entirety of the U.S. Constitution. 7 points that make up our entire government. And yeah, there's the Bill of Rights, 10 additional amendments because people weren't going to approve this until they knew their individual freedoms were secured. We can talk about that and this and much more in future videos. If you want, give me a follow or give it a like or release an eagle into the wild.
First Amendment. You can practice any religion, say what you want, write what you want, and gather peacefully with others. Second Amendment. You have the right to own a gun to protect yourself and your home. Third Amendment. The government can't force you to let soldiers stay in your house unless there's a really good reason, like during a war. Fourth Amendment. The police can't search your stuff or take your things unless they have a good reason and a judge agrees. Fifth Amendment. You don't have to say anything that could get you in trouble. The government can't punish you for the same crime twice, and they have to be fair when they arrest you. Sixth Amendment. If you're accused of a crime, you have the right to a fair and speedy trial. You also get a lawyer to help defend you. Seventh Amendment. If you're in a big argument with someone, like over money, you have the right to a trial by jury. Eighth Amendment. The government can't punish you in a way that's really mean or too harsh for the crime you did. Ninth Amendment. Just because the Constitution doesn't mention a certain right, doesn't mean you don't have it. 10th Amendment. States have some powers that the federal government doesn't, unless the Constitution says otherwise. Follow for more.
What is cognitive dissonance? This is when someone presents a belief that differs from your own and creates a rub inside. A belief being thoughts you tell yourself over and over again. Now, our minds can quite literally find evidence or justification for any belief we have. Subconsciously, our brains will delete, distort, and generalize incoming information that doesn't match our currently held belief. So unless we are constantly in question or questioning things in general, we could be reacting from our subconscious programming rather than consciously responding.
I'm calling every activist. I'm calling every movement. I'm calling every organizing group right here in these United States, y'all. Let's lock arms. I understand we have our own independent thinking and things like that, but this is the time for us to have one mind. This is the time for all of us to fight for equality, to fight for justice, to fight for equity. Those three things, those three pillars right there, I promise you that everything we're fighting for falls up under that. Everything we're fighting for falls up under equality. It falls up under justice. It falls up under equity. Everything that we're fighting for. However we do this, we need to do it, and we need to do it soon. We're experiencing something called fascism. We're in a fascist state right now. We saw it in Germany, didn't we? These are the same type of behaviors. Here in the United States, we have concentration camps being erected over and over in states all over the nation. We have mass deportations. There's an attack on the United States soil. There's no equal rights across the board. Things fluctuate based on your race. It fluctuates based on your class. It fluctuates based on your gender. It fluctuates based on your culture. No, we're fighting against that, right? They're taking SNAP. They're starving children. They're preventing many people from receiving the resources they need to sustain right here in these United States. It may look a little bit different, but it's the same exact thing. We got to fight against the unethical behavior that's transpiring right here in these United States. We got to fight against this unlawful activity. We have to fight against it. Fight against this greed. And y'all listen, the opposite of greed is community, is unity. That's our power. Us coming together. I don't even think that I have all the answers, but what I do believe, I believe that there's somebody out there who's willing to say, hey, look, let's lock arms. Let's share this message. Let's work together. Let's do this. And we have to attack these organizations. We have to attack this government. We have to attack this world order the way that they can feel it, a tangible impact. And that tangible impact is going to be in their pockets. It's going to be economics. It's got to be labor. It has to be spending. It has to be financial. Because that's what it's about, y'all. They literally deplete us. They want our productivity. They want our work, but they don't want to give you the fair share. They get all the success, they get all the resources, and then they don't want to distribute it. The same people that make these businesses, these organizations, and governments successful, those same people have to fight and fend for food. Those same people have to figure out every single month how they're going to pay their rent, how they're going to have lights, where their children going to be when they're working 2 and 3 jobs. So this is me just asking everyone, let's come together. Let's work together. Maybe the calendar looks like some type of cascaded activity. Maybe the calendar looks like this is going to happen, that's going to happen, that's going to happen, and at the end, everybody's in one pocket doing the same thing. Maybe that's what it's going to look like, but I can guarantee you that the people that I'm working with Black Out the System, that the people that's working with other movements and other groups, I can guarantee you their hearts are in the right place, and we just have to come together. I know that their hearts are in the right place. We all united, everybody kind of activated simultaneously, erupted one after another, because all of us saw that the need was there. And so now we're in this position, and we have to come together. We have to fight. We have to resist. We got to be unified. I'm going to say it over and over and over again. Unity is our community, and our community is our power. And that power is with the people. It's with you.